Hey guys, it is Friday, April 17th, and we're going to go ahead and do our math boxes for today. So if we take a look at the first math box, we have write the number that is 100 more. Now we had this yesterday, so what we need to do is we need to look at our number. So I have 123. Now, if I'm adding 100, what is the only place value that's going to change? Yes, my hundreds place. That's the only place that is going to change. Now, my tens place will stay the same and my ones place will stay the same. So my hundreds place is going to be changing. And if I am doing 100 more, I'm adding 100. So if I have a 1 in the hundreds place and I know that I need to have 100 more, I need to add another 100. So 1 plus 1 more 100 would be 200. Now I know that my tens and my ones are staying the same because I don't have any tens or ones in the 100 that I'm adding. So I will still have 2 tens and 3 ones. So I have 223. I'm gonna have you try the next 3 on your own and see how you do on those. Fill in the bubble next to the number word for 46. You can do that. During what part of the day do you eat supper? AM or PM? So remember, AM is in the morning. We can think of it as after midnight. From midnight until about lunchtime, until noon is AM. PM is from 12 o'clock noon on until midnight that night. Okay, so when would you eat supper, AM or PM? Now, what time does the clock show? Now, the other day we had to draw the hands on the clock. This time we just need to read the numbers on the clock. So remember, our hour hand is our hour hand is our shorter hand and our minute hand is our longer hand. So this is our hour hand and we want to think, where is it pointing to? Well, when I look, it's pointing almost exactly at 9 o'clock, okay? So it's just a teeny tiny bit after. So I haven't got to the 10 yet, and so since it's still in this 9 to 10 range, my hour is still going to be 9 o'clock. So it's past, just a teeny bit past 9, but it hasn't got to the 10. So 9 o'clock is my hour. And if you remember, we count each of these little lines is 1 minute. So each of our big numbers is 5 minutes. So this would be 5, 10, 15, and so on. But can I just write the number 5 here? No. When my minutes is 9 or less, so when it's less than 10, I have to put a 0 there first, and then I put my 5, okay? So it's kind of thinking of it like tens and ones, right? And these are my ones. Well, when I'm in the single digits for my minutes, I have to put that 0 in front first till I get to 10, and then after that I can write both digits, okay? Then you want to place the number 72 in the correct spot on the number line. Well, I see that 70 is down here, and I see that 80 is down here, but I don't see any lines on there. So how am I supposed to know where 72 is? Well, think about it. What would halfway between 70 and 80 be? Well, that would be 75. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to just make a guess, maybe about there. And I'm going to say that that is 75, okay? So what I want you, now that you know that 75 is there, I want you to go ahead and write that on your paper. Now that you know that 75 is there, well, is 72 going to be before 75 or after 75? And kind of think roughly where along the line would it go. You can draw some more lines in there if you want to make those numbers as well. Or you can just kind of make your guess about where it would be on the line. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go ahead, pause the video to do your work, and then we'll go over the answers. If there's something you're not sure of, just leave it and you can go over it when we do it together. Okay, so let's go ahead and go over the rest of those answers. We're adding 100 to each of these numbers. So when I had 607, if I add 1 more in my hundreds place, that is going to give me 707. My tens and my ones doesn't change. I had 399. I need to make my hundreds place go up by 1 to a 4, and my 99 stays the same. 801, My hundreds place goes up by 1 to 9, and my O1 stays the same. Over here, we had to write the number word for 46. Well, here I have 44, 40, 64, and 46. So you should fill in that last one. Okay, what part of the day do you eat supper? Usually in PM, after lunchtime is, that's what our next meal after lunchtime is. So PM is our time from about noon until midnight the following night. We did the time on this clock together. Now down here, we had to put put 72 in the correct spot. I went ahead and I put 75 in the middle when we started. But then what I did is I went ahead and I drew where I thought the lines would be for the other ones. Now, it's not exactly spaced perfect. I mean, this one's a little bit closer together than this one, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but it helps me see that 72 is going to actually be closer to 70 than it is to 75. So if you want to do the lines, you can. You don't have to, but it was just a good visual to help me out. So these are the answers for our math boxes for Friday, April 17th. Awesome job, everyone.